Hi guys! Today we're going to be talking about whether you've been booking so rarely that you're thinking about quitting, and that is a huge topic. It's very close to my heart. I mean, so many actors join our community being at the point of quitting, and it's just a horrible sensation because I'm hearing so many horrible stories of actors who have been really giving it their all, who've been training, who are passionate, who are devoted, who are doing everything for their passion and their career. And you might find yourself in that situation, like maybe you've been doing this for years, and maybe you have not been doing this for years, but you've done it so wholeheartedly that it would really seem just logical for you to have something coming back your way, right? You've invested so much time, so much passion, probably so much money into so many different acting workshops and acting schools and your headshots and your reels and everything that this career entails. And so to get to a point where you look at what you've put in and you look at what is coming out and you see that you're booking so rarely, and when you do, it's for jobs that you don't really appreciate, for projects that you don't really respect, and then when you audition or when you self-tape, you just feel so yucky. I hear so many miserable actors when they tape, they're like, I'm taking all these classes and I'm feeling honestly like shit when I'm taping. I'm nowhere near what I know my potential is. I'm not open, I'm stressed, I'm nervous. It feels horrible. Like it really feels like the opposite of a passion, right? There's so much pressure, so much tension, so much nerves, so much fear. I think the word I hear the most is so much pain, right? So whether it's in how fulfilling it is, well, it's not, it's very painful. And then in terms of the result, you're really not getting enough results to justify you continuing to show up for that profession, you continuing to invest your time, your money, and your heart in it, right? So it's a very touchy and tender subject, and my heart goes to you because it's a sticky situation. My take on it, it's that it's great news. It doesn't mean you need to quit. You putting a lot in this and then not booking does not mean you need to quit. It does not mean you're not good enough. It does not mean you need to learn more. It does not mean there's something wrong with you. It does not mean you're less good than the others and that the competition is so much better that you should just quit and leave it and do something else and resign, right? And just forget about it and do something else and be happy another way. No, to me, it does not mean that. And maybe you've tried that. Maybe you've heard so many family members tell you, you know what, like, you're not booking. You've been at it for so many years. Just stop doing this. And you might have heard that and you might have thought, am I crazy? Should I continue? Maybe I should, listen to what they're saying. Maybe they're being more reasonable and I should quit. And that is not true. And maybe you've tried that and you felt it. You felt like, actually, I can't quit. My heart is still there. Or you have tried to quit, but then you came back because you just can't sleep properly without being an actor, right? And so the reason why I'm saying this is very good news is because you shouldn't quit because you're not booking. Because the fact that you're not booking is great news, because it's only indicating that the way that you are going about acting does not work for you. It means that the way that you have invested in your acting career and in the way that you're showing up and performing and acting does not work for you, and it's time for you to change that. Like if you were still, okay, it's not working, but I keep going, this works for me, I'm going to do more, I'm going to work harder, I'm going to do more workshops and work with bigger mentors and go to bigger acting schools, that works for you, keep going. But you've gotten to a point where your system says stop. There's so much pain that you want to quit, that you don't want to hear about acting anymore. And that, my friend, is very good news. It means inside of you, your truth, your authentic self is saying, the way I'm doing this does not work. It doesn't mean you need to quit. It means that the way you're showing up and the reason why you're not booking is because you're showing up in a way that's not open, that's not alive, that's not free, that's not fulfilling for you, that's not magnetic for the character, and it can't be impactful on the casting directors. Because you're showing up with so much exterior tricks, you're showing up with so many methods and skills and techniques and wanting to please and wanting to be good and wanting to look confident and wanting to do the scene right. And none of that will make you book the job. None of it. The point of art is not for you to sell yourself. The whole point and the whole responsibility you have as an actor is to show up for your character, not for your ego, not for your wallet, not for your booking ratio. You're not an actor to look good. You're not an actor to please. You're not an actor to do the scene right. You're not an actor to nail it. You're not an actor to book. You're an actor to lend your instrument to a character for their story. You're not there for your story. You're there for their story. You're there to be present for them, for what they want. And the traditional approaches to acting teach you how to act. They're telling you how to do it. There's no big art piece that's ever been done out of a method. Art becomes extraordinary, truthful, free, divine, touching, and unforgettable when it comes from your core, when it comes from your heart, when it comes from your vulnerability, when it comes from the only thing that the thing that only you have. Then it becomes a one of a kind. Then it becomes a masterpiece. Then it becomes undeniable. Then you get booked because only you could have done it. No casting director is looking for you to do a scene right. They're not. They want you to do the scene you. But all the techniques are teaching you to not be you. They're teaching you to repress your emotions, to look good, to be confident, to do what you think the scene demands, to do what you think the casting director is looking for. Break down the scene, understand what the scene means, do that. That's not art. That's math. An unforgettable and impactful performance is not a logical thing. It's an alive thing. It's an unpredictable thing. It's an uncontrollable moment. It's present. It's tender. It's messy. It's vulnerable. It's human. What you're responsible for is reminding the rest of us how to be human. And it's messy. It's full of emotions. It's full of stickiness. So the reason you're not booking doesn't mean you need to quit. The reason you're not booking is because you're showing up as an actor in a way that doesn't work for you. And that's why you want to quit. So it's great that you get to that point where you go, oof, this is not working for me. My body, my instrument is telling me this does not feel good to me. I need to stop the way that I'm doing this. I need to flip it upside down. I need to undo all this conditioning, these methods, these techniques. I have so many actors who come to us who were incredible when they were young and when they started. And then they did all these techniques and methods and they're like, I have no idea who I am anymore. I have no idea how to be impulsive, instinctive, how to be free. It's not enjoyable anymore. It's painful. I can't go back to me. I can't reconnect to me. As an artist, that's all you have. It's you. You're not there to sell a bunch of methods. You're not there to be generic, to be like everybody else, or to be better. You're there to be you with a full cup, right? So it's time to undo all of this conditioning, which doesn't work for you, which makes you feel like you want to quit, so that you can show up as you, defend the character as you, and start booking and start impacting. Don't quit. Listen to this sign. You're done with the way you're showing up. Let's show up as you. Let's not show up as a technique, as a method. Let's stop doing that. Let's not show up as a people pleaser. Let's show up as the fully whole, complete version of you. Messy, scared, tense, joyful, everything. Let's show up as the fully alive you. Let's remind yourself what it's like to be a human being. Let's not be afraid of fear, Let's not be afraid of your nerves. Let's get comfortable with your humanity. When you're comfortable with it, then you can bring that juiciness to the role. You can make them human because you're human. There's nothing to repress about your humanity. It's what's beautiful about it. It's what's divine about it. Let's bring it on. Let's undo that conditioning. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.